o'clock. Back at home, came up out that uniform and threw on my new sweats. New sweats, new sweats. Working hard, got 2 jobs, Friday night, but thank you Lord, there's 2 checks. There's 2 checks, 2 checks. Yeah. Game of spades, beer the flight. I'm talking 10 straight books, you goddamn right. Now who's next? Get off my table. Who's next? Who's next? Yeah. Huh? I don't dance a boogie. Somebody tell a DJ, put on my song. We grown and we want a 2-step. We want a 2-step. That's the new flex. That's the new flex. Yeah. 2-step to this. 2-step. 2-step. Everybody come on. 2-step. Come on. Yeah. 2-step to this. 2-step.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Worldwide Crypto. I am your host, Dragon Rider. Welcome to 2023, baby. Let's go. Hey, man, I'm super excited, super pumped. Hey, everybody's making changes. Everybody's getting ready to start this new year off with a bang. And so am I. You know, I've been trying to assemble Avengers Assemble, you know what I'm saying? Some great minds in the space. I'm trying to do that once a month, just to have a little sit down and just talk crypto for a little bit and, market news, whatever the case may be. And I've done it once again. This is the first roundtable of 2023, January 2023. So let's bring them out, man. So first up, Gabe Ball.
Yo, what's good, man?
What is up, homie? What is up?
Just chilling, man. Thanks for having me on the show. Appreciate it. How you doing?
Man, I'm juiced, man. 2023 is awesome. I'm telling you, man. Hey, big news everywhere for everybody right now. It's great. So next up, first time to the channel. Let's give it up for David Chin. Uh-oh, mic's off.
What's up? Excited to be here. Blessed to be here. Thanks for having me here. Big fan. Excited to be here as well, man.
Yes, absolutely, man. Absolutely. It's great to have you, man. It's just I like to slide in people's DMs every once in a while and see what's up, see who I can reel in.
I appreciate it, man.
Absolutely. So next up, regular on the stream, my homeboy, Darren Guestlish Defense.
Yes, everyone, I have arrived. Thank you. I appreciate
it. Yo, what's up with the music, man? Banners, balloon animals.
Look, I almost came with the giraffe. I didn't have enough time.
Yo, the second one would do a balloon animal pass.
Hey, Gabe knows what time it is. Gabe knows. It's always a show. It's always a show. Man.
I call Darren the master of sound effects, man. He always co-hosts with me in a lot of different things, Twitter Spaces and whatnot, and he brings the heat with the effects, baby. I'm telling you, makes it exciting.
Huh?
What? All right, man. Hey, so next up, once again, Mr. Bleeves.
Why does it smell like weed?
Hello, Bleeves. I'm your conscience. How are you, Bleeves?
Why does it smell like weed in here? Why does it smell like weed?
Hey, dude, I've smoked outside. I didn't bring it indoors.
Darren's shirt laundry.
What's going on, you bunch of chronics?
Nice background, dude. Hey, thanks. Hey, you know what? Shout out to Gabe for hitting that right on the money, man. You know what? You get just for that, you get a duck hunt. All right.
That's what's up. All right, so for those that don't know, we'll start with Gabe because he's right next to me. So man, how'd you get into crypto and where are you currently in projects, whatever?
I'm the old man in the room, man. No, actually, I've been in crypto. I've been in crypto for a while, man, since about 2016. I got into it just because a couple of buddies of mine, when I moved over to the East Coast, they were working at the NSA. And they were telling me about the crypto. They were like, oh, man, there's this new fad that's going around.
Crypto.
It's like this, fake internet money. And I was like, oh, yeah. My buddy's like, hey, man, just buy it because it has something to do with currency. And if enough people get on it, you could win. You know.
Hold up, they got you too. Dang.
Well, I mean, it was the best bad advice to give a man. I was like, oh yeah, for sure. What is this called? Bitcoin? All right, I'm in it.
Okay.
What, brand new Ethereum? Yeah, I'm getting in on that brand new floor price. Let's go.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So, that's kind of like how I got into crypto. It was more like a friend of a friend. But then now currently I'm with Brew Labs, over on the Brew Labs team. We're currently on the BNB network and the Ethereum network. Just a multi-chain kind of development company. So pretty much anything you can think of. Yeah, whether you want us to build it or we're building it ourselves. You see a lot of development coming out of there here soon. Should be dropping our full NFT platform. That should be some major, and a couple different things like indexes and things of that nature that should allow social trading and things of that nature and ways to make passive income. That's going to be pretty much our main focus for this 2023. So
passive rewards,
Gabe. not income.
Yeah, rewards.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, man.
Financial advice.
All right. So David, man, it's very nice to meet you. It's very first time on the channel, man. How'd you get into crypto and where are you currently?
Yeah, appreciate it. Started my career at Deloitte, was one of the youngest managing partners of a $46 billion company, did a couple $1 billion transactions, was responsible for like 400 of the largest Asian companies coming to the Americas. And I ran that division, and I got in crypto in 17 after my private equity. If you remember Snoop in crypto, that was actually me in the parties. That was IRL in 17. We did public TechCrunch in 2017, live at TechCrunch, public ICO, and, went through the whole gamut, right? Dealt with the SEC, DOJ, probably one of the few companies that came out of that 17, 18 year with no penalties and fines, ran it the right way, right? So that's a lot to say about Deloitte, right? So Gabe knows, still have all my hair, so I'm very grateful for that.
My brother worked for Deloitte.
Not as well with the beard, but, so working it through, and then got into esports and crypto, sit on a lot of the big boards you can imagine. Cosmic Wires, Web3 of the Year, work with them. Metakings, Dreamscape, Seascape, work with them as well. Nobility, work with them. Obviously, I own part of
Nobility.
And I'm part of Cloud9 Training Grounds and North American Collegiate League. So really, really heavy in esports and kind of some of our news channels that we have out there as well. But love the space, understand it, and it means a lot to me personally because, I came to the country homeless, man. So the shift of economy is someone like me in one generation. I got to be part of $1 billion IPO in less than, in one generation, and it was because of the knowledge that we received from crypto. So excited to be here, man. Thanks for having me on, and excited to get into some little bit of craziness with y'all.
Yeah, absolutely. Bleez, man, what is up? You muted, boy. You muted, homie.
Bleez is on mute. Bleez.
Yeah, living that dream, man. Keep myself on mute.
What?
Okay.
Yeah. So, hey, how'd you get into crypto? Where are you currently?
Well, I got into crypto. I was in law enforcement, and we were staking out Darren's house. And
that was you?
Yeah.
All right. Oh yeah, and the beard was different. Got you.
And then we couldn't even find the money. And we were like, hey,
you're never gonna find it. Never gonna find it.
Where's that money? And
it's non-existent.
He was like, Bitcoin, bitch.
The keister.
Anyway, I got into a weird story. There was an old token. It was called New Cipher, something like that. I read about it, and they were going to merge with some other token, and they were going to create one called Keanu. And I was like, oh, what a great name. Like Keanu Reeves, like who would hate that, right? Well, about that time, I look online one Sunday and there's this Keanu Inu that launched. And I was like, oh shit. So I took like $200, threw it in there. And within a couple of days, it was $5,000. And I was like, damn. And of course it didn't stay there, but then, they said, show your product and stuff like that. And I've been in sales all my life. So I knew, what selling was. And I just thought, like somebody's got to sell it on YouTube because there's nobody doing it. So why not me? So I started making these little half-ass 30-second long YouTube shorts before they were actually YouTube shorts. And before you know it, then I got like a little bit of an audience. And then I was like, you know what? I can't be just covering this one thing here because I'm pigeonholed. So I need to cover a bunch of different ones. So I started covering Kishu, Starlink, started covering Sandshoe, going back in the Wayback Machine, covered SHIB for a couple days. And I went to all these tokens. I asked them, covered Saitama. I went to them and I asked them, is it okay if I do this coverage, if I use your icons and stuff like that? Because I didn't know anything about the game. And so it started taking off from there. Then I monetized, and the rest, they say, is history. I'm still broke, still working silently in law enforcement. Still walking Darren's house, trying to find that day when that weed goes in there, man. I'm get it,
Hey, man, hey, next time, check under the doghouse. You might
Don't you live in apartments?
Yeah.
Nah, man. We moved up. Hey, when Bleeves didn't find it the first time, we upgraded.
Hey, look, listen, Linda, listen. I got I'm sharing it with everybody. If you look on my Twitter, I got a hate video from some right-wing psycho that just went nuts on. I'm sharing it with everybody, man. It's the greatest thing that's ever happened to me.
We're gonna play that here in a minute, so I'm gonna
I want to thank, first of all, I want to thank God, because with God everything is possible. And then I want to thank Boo Boo. I want to thank Shanae. I want to thank Shalonda, my girl Tanisha, and then Booron. He's been with me in the set since the beginning. So
hey, man, you forgot Ray Ray. You forgot Ray.
Ray. God damn it, Ray.
Yeah.
Why are you so? Ray Ray's a midget. He only counts half. His name is Ray. So
man, we know him as.
But anyway,
we know him as Little Ray.
It's crazy. It's crazy that this dude is out here. And somebody sent me a message and said, "Hey, man, did you see that hate video about you on YouTube?" And I'm like, "Really? Damn, let's go do it." And then he's just going crazy about like, I'm a fascist Marxist that doesn't believe in freedom. Look, he said, wait, no, it's dude, the dumbest people on the planet, right? Are the people that say, hey, you don't believe in freedom. Also, don't say what you're saying. What?
How did he die? How did this person dissect all that from a crypto channel? I'm just trying to figure that out.
Because I can't stop myself when I get on Twitter.
Okay.
I made a tweet. Look, many years ago, my daughter passed away. She committed suicide, and comedy is kind of how people deal with tragedy, right? So I made this. I made this video. I made this tweet around New Year's that said, if you're feeling alone during the holidays, if you're feeling like there's nobody out there for you, if it seems like nobody cares, it's because they don't. Kill yourself.
Damn.
And then I put hashtag problem solver, and I do like just deadpan sort of.
I'm trying not to, Gabe. I try.
And I just do deadpan shit like that every once in a while, because, like, listen, that's the way that you release some of the energy and the emotion that you just don't have the capacity to deal with. It's comedy. Comedy helps make everything better, right? Well, this guy took it. He said it was serious, and I'm just a horrible person for even making that joke. And I am there for that. I'm like, yes, please tell everybody. Because his thing is, and I don't believe in free speech, because I don't think that I don't think that people should be able to say whatever they want on Twitter, which I don't, because
you just did though, right? So what is he talking about?
Right. And here's the thing:
you redid it on YouTube.
If somebody says that you can't do that, then I won't do it. If somebody gets mad at me for doing it, then I can stop doing it. If somebody in charge. And you look, you can block somebody on Twitter if you don't like it, right? But as a private company, they can dictate what goes on Twitter and what doesn't go on Twitter. The owner of Twitter gets to decide whether or not your bullhorn quantifies as free speech, and that's all Twitter is. Twitter's a bullhorn to amplify your speech. Your free speech has never been affected by Twitter. That's all pretend stuff that radicals use. against you to try to think that you're being suppressed in some way. So then he goes on this just rant. He goes on this crazy rant about free speech and the Second Amendment, and he bets that I don't even have guns. This guy.
Hey, we're gonna play a snippet of that here in just a little bit.
Oh, you found it? You found it?
That shit is crazy.
Oh,
shit is crazy, and I am there for it. I'm in
how
the
long
right
is the
now.
video?
I ain't gonna play the whole
thread.
thing. It's 8 minutes long.
Yeah.
He said, hold on. 8 minutes. Hold on. Let's run that back. Yo, how long was your video, please? I mean, you just put out a tweet. That was it.
I just made a tweet. Yeah.
And this fool made an 8-minute video.
Yeah, there you go.
Yo,
we all live in a difficult world, and nobody should have to have beef with other people. I don't want to go into the next year with. There you go.
That you did, man. Look below for promos. They're not financial advice. None of this is financial advice or any other kind.
Let's see if we can get into
check the other videos. But you know what? This guy, long story short, has just been so shady to me, in my opinion, since we met online, so to speak. He had me blocked on Twitter, in my opinion, for no apparent reason out the gate.
You got me blocked,
please. And he seems to have a really strong persona of anger and nastiness, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm angry and nasty.
You know, I'm not feeling his politics in Luna Classic. He seems to favor things like that I don't, and centralization, in my opinion, has been a big bootlicker to terror rebels, in my opinion.
Bootlicker for terror rebels.
Community broadly and whatever, and just was quiet about important issues, apparently. That's all my belief and opinion, man. And
oh, wow.
Dude.
Hey, I'm going to watch the full thing later. But.
Yo, you know what? Hold on, bro. Hold on. Hey, what? Real quick, please. Hey, worldwide. Does that deserve a Don DeMarco?
Oh, God.
All right.
Don DeMarco.
Hold on.
You gave him the.
Here's the best part. I have a friend who is an old time one of those right wing or left wing crazy radical Bernie Sanders supporters from 2015, 2016, right? Well, those people hated Hillary Clinton, and some of those people became QAnon crazy Donald Trump people, right? Mm-hmm. Because it was all about like this pedophile thing, like this crazy, weird sort of stuff, right?
Yeah, worldwide, you have to edit the shit out of this thing, dog.
Saying all that stuff, it was awesome.
Hey, he done said too many trigger words.
FBI has entered the chat. God damn it.
The show is now off the air.
I'm like, no.
Hold on. Hey, worldwide, you know what you need to hit him with? See, this is why you need a stream deck. You gotta hit it with this. We'll be right back after these messages. Just cut the stream.
We need to play a commercial break.
he's like,
that was so crazy, man. Though that dude was so out of control that I love him now.
Hey, but you know what?
That's all I'm saying. Like
exactly. You're supposed to love your haters because you know what?
I love him now.
He's using that as clickbait. As I mean, everybody's got their niche. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be that type that's just constantly just doing clickbait, you know what I mean? It's it is what it is. That he gonna use your name to get some subs, and that's what it is. I mean,
I'm there for it. I'm there for it too.
Hey, I support the haters and the lovers. I don't care.
Hey, yo, shout out to the haters, man. Shout out to the haters. You know what I'm saying? You gotta love the haters.
Tears away.
Hey.
Oh man, hey.
It's so great though. So great though.
It is awesome. It is awesome. But you know what? Hey, like I was telling people, hey, 2023 is starting off with a bang, especially in the crypto space. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot going on. A lot of people are making moves. I mean, to the upside. I'm not even talking about just charts. I mean, just a lot of things in the works. I mean, it's building like Jetstar. They reached out to me, and I've been talking with them for a while, and they're like, hey, we're getting ready to release this platform. And then I heard another one, oh, they getting ready to release this platform, oh, they getting ready to release man, everybody's getting ready. It's about to be an explosion of like a combination of like esports, metaverses. Like it's crazy.
GameFi is the future, bro. GameFi is about to take over.
I'll tell you something that's crazy. I'm in. So the Bull Run Life. Those people came on my stream one day, and they were Modi is my guy, and Jay Foster. Those are my guys. They've been around for a lot, right? So they come just barging into one of my live streams, and they're like, "You got to join BRL, man. You got to join BRL. We'll even give you the money for it." So they start tipping me $100, $150, another $100, something like that. I'm like, you know what? First of all, I'm gonna do it. But secondly, I'm not letting any one of these bitches show me up. So I put 2 ETH in. I went in for like $2,200. It was ETH was like 1,100 at the time. So I went in for 2 ETH, and it was at 56 cents. This shit is trading right now at $3.50.
Well, damn.
Yeah. And it was at 462 a couple weeks ago. Now I haven't sold because I'm so far up, and there's so many holders now that if I end up 2x, I'm still good, right? It's no money lost. It's at any point I can cash out and I can take my original investment.
Before it goes past it.
Yeah,
that's my only thing. Like, you gotta catch that 2x before it goes. You fuck around, go to sleep, wake up, you're like, what did I do?
The token was launched by, I don't know if you guys know it. I mean, you should know if you're into SHIB or anything like that, but it was launched by Steve at Rocket Crypto.
Oh yeah, that's right. Somebody did tell me that.
So this one's gonna be around for a long time.
Yeah.
That guy,
they had some interesting taxes. I think somebody told me.
If you wanna know one person in the crypto space, the guy that sold the top of SHIB went to Saitama and sold the top of Saitama is the guy to know, and that's the guy to follow.
Yes.
So they got I think they're trading at like $3.36 right now. But I mean, these guys have a goal of like $30 within a couple months for the token price, and just like they have some.
Wow.
And they need it. You need investors. You need marketing. You need stuff like that to go along with it. And you need the market to change. But guess what? Here's the thing. Realistically, when retail comes back, and retail's gone right now, but when retail comes back, who are they going to be looking for if they were in SHIB or Saitama? They're going to be saying, "Hey, I wonder what Steve at Rocket Crypto's up to," because that's the channel
he was like MIA for a while.
Yeah, that's the channel that people went to. And now what's on Steve's channel? Nothing but bull run and old SHIB videos. So at some point, people are going to start coming back. And when they start coming back and they start filling their coffers with retail money, that thing is going to blow up. And I'm going to be there for it.
Hey, I can dig it.
Wow.
I need to go ahead and grab a nice little bag myself.
That's that bull run life, man.
So with that in mind, let's get some ideas on when we think the next.
Did Darren not get an introduction?
The next bull run.
Hey, look, I ain't going after Believe Story.
Come on, man.
Never follow a better act.
We went all different type of realms.
Hey, man. I'm not even gonna lie. I was like, look, man, we just done here.
Hey, why you? And see, I was hoping one of y'all wasn't gonna bring that up, but I'm good.
Hey, I was thinking,
hey, Darren.
Damn, they forgot about Darren.
Yeah, hey, Darren. All right, how'd you get into crypto?
Ain't nobody hated on me today. I don't have a story.
Darren's like, see, there was this blonde dude that was standing outside of my house watching it all the time, trying to get my weed.
No, I'm gonna be honest with you. I got in crypto because of Silk Road. I'm gonna be real with you. I lie.
Crime.
Yeah.
There it is.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Crime.
It made a killing. So that's it. That's my intro. Bleeves wins. Congratulations, Bleeves.
Well, y'all know at least David was in here thinking this guy's playing, right? Nope, criminal.
I look.
I
know not of what you speak. I know nothing.
It's the glasses. The glasses showed me that he was a G and a criminal. I love it.
I mean, I navigate through waters, better than I should.
Be water, my friend. That's the best navigation.
Hey man, that's it, man. Hey, from the hood to Hollywood. That's how you gotta be.
I thought it was his hair grease, but now I just realized he's greasy.
It ain't easy.
Being this greasy.
That's it, man. But no, it's that's pretty much how I got into it. And then
So where you at now, though, man? I mean,
where am I at now? GameFi. I love it, bro. Because it and NFTs, And truth be told, I'm taking courses. I'm learning. Man, the shit that I've seen, bro, and I'm sure Believes has probably caught a preview because of what I've recently heard. The boys of Decadent got a big mouth. But Believes probably knows what's coming down the pipeline, bro. Everybody needs to be in full compliance because it's about to get real.
Absolutely.
It's about to get very real. I mean, from classes I've taken, like terminology that you can and can't use on your YouTube, like it's serious. It's no joke. You're gonna see a lane being cleared for projects that actually have done their due diligence and structured their their projects correctly. The lane's gonna be cleared because they're coming in like fly swatters. Everything's gonna be out. And then not.
And I got them IRS agents. They were looking for. They really needed that to pull it all off, man.
Nah, but the crazy thing is, I was talking to a certain somebody, and I've seen little videos of the software that they have a whole division specifically for regulating.
They had that.
Right, the software that they have is insane.
Yeah,
insane.
It's like breadcrumbs, but like on steroids.
Oh, dude, it's shitting on breadcrumbs.
Yeah, no, it's like that on steroids. I was actually looking this stuff up the other day about the FBI agent who was tracking like a whole bunch of the SEC fraud scams, and he was talking about the APIs and things that he uses. And like, it's crazy, but that technology is out there. It's easy for anybody to grasp and use. It's just the thing is like to go through all of those wallets, to go through all of that data tracking, to be able to verify that that's the human being, pinpoint them, their location, where it came from, why the transaction was done, the backstory. I mean, it's a lot. You know what I mean? And like, I don't know.
For them, it's not. For them, they punch in a wallet and see everything.
You think that it's not, but there's a lot of times that. How many times have you seen somebody come out and point a finger at somebody and be like,
"No, we're talking about it in our little circle. I'm talking about what they do." Okay.
I'm just saying, but like, how many times have you seen somebody come out and be like, "I looked on Etherscan, I saw so and so transaction. You're a scammer." But then when the story comes out, you find out the reason why, like, the transaction was done, or maybe got presented, and then it's those.
That's just bored motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? People are just bored and like, oh shit, Faltron over the space, let's go. You know what I'm saying?
Made up.
Yeah, like, hey, that's just because people are bored. Like, hold on, man. I know everybody's sitting at home right now, like wondering, when's Faltron's next space?
Here's what's real though. What's real is
he hasn't had one this year.
We think that we really have privacy in DeFi.
No.
Even though we have a semblance in that if I don't tell you what my wallets are, you don't know they're my wallets. Coinbase knows what my wallets are. Crypto.com knows what my wallets are.
Yep.
Finance.us knows what my wallets are. What I'm telling you guys right now is I have a lot of motherfucking wallets. So I guess I should probably shut the fuck up at this point. But the important part is not only, but my DeFi wallets are where the transactions go into those centralized wallets. So if the police or somebody wants to find out everything about me through crypto, it's not hard at all. Like
right.
Because your transactions
blockchain rich
without Tornado Cash, or at least somebody who's out there scrambling up stuff. Without Tornado Cash, then the police will be on to you and they'll be able to track every single thing. And that's what all this is about, that regulation, everything coming. It's not necessarily about protecting you. It's about controlling you. It's about making sure that you pay your fair share.
And they want that money.
That's all they want, bro. Like for instance, okay, so I have some friends that live, very colorful lives, right? And the interesting thing about it is,
I know.
yeah.
The
The interesting thing about these guys is like, you'll notice the difference in one crew versus the other one. One crew is real flashy, loud, all that stuff. I got a friend who's a Fed. You know what he told me? He said, we already know what you're doing. He said, we already know what people are doing. He says, when you start making a fool of law enforcement, that's when we have a problem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, the louder you are and the more chaos you're causing, that's when you have a problem. I mean, like, for instance, the amount of phone calls that have gone to banks, whether it be Chase, like the Chase doesn't do crypto anymore. You know what I'm saying? I think PNC doesn't even do it anymore. Like, if you try to buy any ETH, forget about it. And the reason being is because of a ridiculous amount of people that'll call and say they got rugged. Now you got to explain to somebody in loss prevention that you bought Ethereum, you went on Uniswap, you swapped it. They sitting there like, what the hell does this mean? You know what I mean?
A lot of people's a lot of banks and a lot of different financial institutions, they've all for the most part, I mean, you got to call and authorize, you know what I'm saying? They got to get record of you authorizing this payment and everything. That way you can't come back and be like, oh, well, that I didn't do that. That was no, you authorized this transaction, Mr. So-and-so or Mrs. So-and-so. So you bought to a rug pool. You asked out.
And it's crazy because it was like those complaints were taking so long. Because nobody understood what swapping was and all that. So now so then eventually it graduated, you know what I'm saying, to the point where people started calling the SEC and the feds directly. You know what I mean? And filing complaints. So now that it's amazing the chaos that this little 2% corner of the financial world can cause. You know what I mean? Yes. Like, people have gotten, like, last bull run, people got away with millions, bro. Millions.
Yeah, and a lot of that's going away.
About what you're saying is on the previous bull run that we were part of, when the SEC came down and they were running Mt. Gox and everyone else. I want to just give everyone, me being in my 40s, and I'm sure you guys can read this, we've all survived more than one run. It doesn't matter if it's crypto or life or anything, right? All of us sitting here have survived to be where we're at and continuously had our names pushed through at different industries to where we're sitting here today. So we survived this. That means we had morale and value. Your biggest issue when I was doing this in 17 and getting that letter from the SEC, let me tell you, you'll shit your pants.
Jeez,
the second thing
I can imagine.
When you're done shitting your pants, now you're going to sit there and find a giant ass retainer for an attorney who has absolutely no effing idea what they're trying to do. And then you better understand this. And so for anyone that's doing NFT or cryptos or the next game, the bull run, which the next one will be gaming, which obviously we'll probably talk about, you better be very clear on these regulations, because you're not going to outsmart JP Morgan or any of these government people, and it's not happening. You ain't smarter than anybody. If the cartel can't figure it out, you definitely can't figure it out. Do your thing, pay your taxes, do it the right way. To Bleep's point earlier, they already control our information. They know what we're trying to do. And the reality is, I hate saying this to a lot of people, you're probably not that significant in the sense where they want to take your information. They want to take guys who have giant information, who have parts of yours. And the other thing is the investment. Investments are investments. I don't care if it's crypto, NFTs, investing in esports or a Whataburger. At the end of the day, who's running
Whataburger?
Texas, brother. That's how we do it, right?
Yeah, I lived in Dallas. I know.
Who the management is, right? And how they're going to run the business. So when you get someone who's 20 and they have no idea what it is, you're buying on a run instead of buying on a business, which makes the whole industry terrible. Seeing it from 16 and 17, Gabe, you know what I'm talking about, to seeing how we got out of that one, to then going from 20 to 60 to being the top when we spent all this money. Greed is the number one factor, and everyone can't play stupid because you know when to sell when it's more than what you buy. Right? Now you're having issues with liquidity. Well, obviously. And if you don't ask the basic question on who's running the business, listen, you saw Tesla lose a giant chunk of money because of what Elon has done with Twitter. It's just about competency. At the end of the day, who's running the company, and are they competent to take your hard-earned, working every single day money and doing something with it, and have they had the experience to do it? If you don't trust a 24-year-old who's never had any financial advice to run your finances, how can you expect a 24-year-old to run billions of dollars with absolutely no board and skill set and oversight, with no track record? And that leaves all of us to sit where we're sitting here, because the industry isn't the problem. Greed is the problem.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So,
And that's the reality of it. And it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you know what? We gotta let that one ring off. Let that one ring off. That was good.
It's the same concept. You're buying into a business and you're getting a portion, a stock, a share. You pay your taxes on it. Pay your effing taxes.
Yeah.
Or figure out how to get an advisor that can help you with your taxes. But at the end of the day, the shift is, you can listen to Believe Show. You can listen to the crypto show. You can listen to guys like me talk about the business aspect. We're not telling you what to buy and because we're not financial money. We're giving you guys around the right advice because what we see in foresight. But for whatever the next run it is, it has to have a demographic and consumer base. And I want to talk about this a little more, but talk about gaming. You know, I don't do a lot of the crypto talks. You guys know that. I'm very low-key behind. It's always David Chimpan. People know who I am, but I'm very low-key about this. The reason I can be in all these industries is one simple fact. And I talk about the gaming thing. The next rung, in my opinion, my humble opinion, is obviously in gaming. And you know I know a lot about gaming, right? If I'm not writing the curriculum at WVU, or I'm not writing the curriculum at SMU for esports, like I'm writing majors and minors. We have a league that has 400 universities, that has 30 that are in 30 countries, and we got guys who are competing, who are making 6-7 figures from colleges. We have combines. We have guys like Brian Urlacher, Rowanek, Eckler, FaceClip, Revertflow, Uriah Hall, Flexus. They're all partners of ours, because what you're looking for in the crypto space and the gaming space is the same thing that you're looking for in everything else, is the Gen X, the Gen Z, and the millennial audience. Audience. So I tell a lot of these guys in crypto and NFT game, they're like, we got 10,000 people. We're going to create this crazy game, and it's going to have our characters playing. Sounds familiar what I'm saying? And they're going to go out and they're going to do this battle royale, and they're going to get incentives and tokenized prizes and go from there. And out of the 10,000 years, we have 6,600 guys that are active, and 2,200 doing the secondary, floor price of trading. And I said, because I advise, right? I said, you want me to believe that your 6,000 people are going against the 200 million people that are playing Fortnite a month?
Right.
So in Fortnite, and Epic decides to come in and they do crypto, the whole thing's over.
Let me ask you one question, David, because I know this just came up recently. Fortnite just got sued, right, for using like dark patterns inside of their gaming to like.
Shoot, they got sued. They've been getting sued over and over again. They got sued for the. They got sued for the Millie Rock.
It was like the first time I had really seen like the manipulation, like in what rate they were doing it at. Like basically forcing people to watch consciously. Yeah. You know what I mean? So like, how did you feel about that? Like, or do you think that tactic is just being used just generally all through the gaming market, and just people are only coming after Fortnite because they're the kings sitting on top?
The world is a funny place, man. We all struggle. All 5 of us have come out of some story that we don't know. Believe's sharing it with his daughter. Thank you for sharing with us and that to where you're at. And we're all coping with life as men in this world with this crazy market, just trying to make it for our families. In fact, all of us are just trying to feed our families. In fact, every human being in this world just wants to be happy and feeding our families. Never forget that. Doesn't matter what color, left, right. We're all just all trying to take care of, feed our families. And we're trying to do the best on the moral compass and the things that were given us. Remember, I came to this country homeless. I ate bugs coming into this country, right? So I get it. I get it. The tactics are the same tactics that they use in anything. It doesn't matter if it's advertising. It doesn't matter if it's, it doesn't matter. It's the same thing. The difference is we have a problem in society that we want to shit on people who have made it instead of learning from people to teach us to make it, and the right people. I'm not talking about guys who don't really know what to do. I'm talking about guys who have a track record that you can go look up on Forbes and shows like this that are actually viable human beings that actually have the track record and have other jobs like law enforcement, like us, because we have reputations that actually matter in this world. So we're not trying to screw things up. Yeah. That's the biggest thing. When it comes to gaming things, man, it's easy to hit the biggest guys because it's an example to show everybody else. But what the real question isn't that. The real question is, how does a video game have that much impact and that much sway on an environment where it could make the Wall Street Journal as a video game? And that is the mystical question that I see Darren raising his hand. To the point of everything that we've bought and done, it has to be cool.
Yep.
And that's what sells.
Yep.
Right? And so to Darren's point, Darren, go ahead.
You know what I found interesting was the increase in gaming. Like if you look at like the stats and look at the charts, the increase in gaming over the pandemic and how it's kind of going sideways now because people got so used to being indoors. Now they don't want to go outside anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
So to Darren's point, $3 billion before the pandemic was the gaming industry, $200 billion after the pandemic. Yep. Estimated to be $3 billion by 2023, became $200 billion by 2023. In a world, let's talk about FaZe. The EBITDA number that was at when it went to the IPO, it did $1.4 billion during where was Ethereum? Where was Bitcoin? Where was the markets? Where were we with the recession? Where were we with the wars that were happening? And it did $1.3 billion IPO. Mm-hmm. What are we talking about here? We're talking about influence and culture for the next 40 years. You're not investing into coins and things like that are one day. You're investing in long-term cultural things that are going to change. So when you're investing in these things, you're going from there. What Fortnite provides is 50 years of revenue and community base. That's why all of us.
It's gonna get worse. Who are the main gamers? Mostly men. You know what I'm saying? And hold on, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you, Dave. This is very, very key to this. 1 in 3 men between the ages of 18 and 33 right now are either virgins or haven't had sex in at least a year. So what are they doing? They're playing video games.
They upping them NBA stats.
Oh yeah, I'm dead serious. Like they did a whole story on
That's serious. But this is the
Are people in America cutting off hands or something?
Huh?
Well, the opportunity is that's the opportunity of the meta, right? Where what everyone's screwed up on was this, and this is what I'm gonna tell everyone. Like I say this all the time when I'm consulting brands. I said, if you weren't born as slick as Darren, or as good looking as Bleaves, or as smart as Dragon and Gabe, and you were just some fool that wasn't comfortable with the way you looked, well, if you can be that in meta, then you've won because you can be where the hell you want to be.
Dude, I want to be a stripper in the metaverse. You know how much money they making?
I want to be a stripper getting you to like that.
You know how much bread they making?
The point I'm trying to make across is that's what everyone missed, was that if you could have been that person. So when you talk about this gamification that we're trying to talk about, it's how do you hit the masses in the communities, right? And how do you hit it to where everyone wants to play it and go from there? And then how do you then enact a system that's going to work? We did a development with community gaming. If you guys go on Cointelegraph in like 2019 and you type in my name, we created the very first crypto payout system in esports in 2019. We're way ahead of the game in gaming and esports. So how do you bring that community to do it? First off, is the game fun? Secondly, is it in the community, and what community? Is it official in the league? And third, is it hitting? Do you have any gamers that are pushing out into their community and going from there? If you can't do that, your community of NFT and cryptos is not going to support this gaming thing because they're barely supporting it now. You want to bring it in, and you have to have an economy that actually produces money. I was talking to one company, I won't name their names. They're giving me their tokenomics, and they're telling me how they're going to create it. And I said, well, how do you actually make the 11%? That's not how you make it. That's what people start calling Ponzi. I want to know how you actually make the 11%. Where am I actually going to make money? What product are you selling? And all these guys are putting money down talking about utilities. Bro, you better have this. This is NFT 2.0.
Okay, so this is something that I've had actually a big kind of beef with when I hear about like play to earn or whatever. You know, it's a bad naming, right?
That is so wrong, dude. I'm telling you, they're gonna be in trouble with that shit.
Like the thing is like if you don't have the product that's actually addictive, that keeps people engaged and constantly playing for the love of the game, of playing it, right? But then if you don't also take the money that you make from either ad revenue or like sporting events or competitions, whatever it is that you generate some source of income and actually purchase the earn that these people are earning and then redistribute that, you're basically putting yourself in a negative deficit from the very beginning.
The
right?
whole time.
If I'm giving you free tokens,
it's impossible to make your money back. Your base model is already off.
Yeah. So like my biggest thing lately is like when I hear people like pitch to me gaming, I just instantly say like my only like main focus is like where's the profit revenue coming from, and then how is that being distributed to these actual gamers to where it's actually profitable. Because like I could see if you are like a Fortnite game and just your advertisement alone and people being like, billboards in the background and things of that nature, people are paying, millions hand over fist. That could substantiate the gamers who are good at the game that you want to sponsor to actually earn, right? I don't think that every single person in the world should be like, hey, yo, it's play to earn. I'm going to pay everybody. It should be like, hey, we'll pay you if you reach this certain pinnacle or you reach this certain plateau, because that shows engagement. It shows that you're actually initiating it. It shows that you just weren't there for the money, even though, like there are some places where people are gaming, like the Philippines right now, really big on gaming. People are paying people to play 8 to 9 to 12 hours a day and their family. Like I understand that those things are going to take place, but I feel like with the gaming industry, if there's not some kind of standard set to where the money is distributed evenly to the ones that are actually putting in the time, then there's always going to be that problem. And if the money is not coming in from an actual income source, because that's the biggest thing is like everybody thinks like, oh, I can just create this token and I can create this game and then I can just give it away and people will be able to cash out. And it's wrong, right? Because
it's not sustainable.
Let me give you an opinion that nobody's going to like here.
Hold on. We gotta bring this one in right. Hit it, please.
When this game revolution hits, and when we get into this bull phase that we're in, and when GameFi is alleged to take over, 99% of the money is going to go to the companies that have already been established, and I mean legacy companies like Final Fantasy getting into crypto. All of these big companies that are around right now that you think are going to be the next big thing in crypto because they're in GameFi. Axie Infinity is going to die on a vine. Sandbox is going to die on a vine. They don't have any value. They don't have any inherent reason for people to continue absorbing themselves in play other than there's not really another alternative. When real good games start to pop up and they start to give you reasons to connect, and that's going to come from the big game companies. GTA 6 that's like something like that. Red Dead Redemption 3,
okay,
something
can
like
I ask
that.
you a question, please? Like, how long does it? Okay, like if we think about this, right, from like a investor standpoint, Grand Theft Auto 6, how long does it take them to actually create that game from the beginning concept to the actual reality to where it's in our hands?
Minimum 4 years. Minimum 4 years, easily.
4 years,
5, 10, maybe
you would generally
years?
so you would generally need it. That varies because the quality of the game, sometimes the graphical, the ability, the capability, stuff like that might not exist. The depth of what you can do might not exist. But let me give you an example here. I could create probably within a year with the right funding. Within a year, I could create a planet on a game. Let's call it Minecraft with a little bit better graphics, right? I could create a planet in which you could mine resources, and the only thing that you get in this game is stuff that you make inside the game from mining the resources. There would be levels to how well you can mine resources. There would be levels to how well you can create potions in order to survive. The potions would be NFTs, and they would be tradable through your in-game sort of wallet. Within a year, you could create the structure and the framework and the groundwork for a game that would suck people in that they would never want to get out of, because you could create simply a virtual economy that rewards people in their gameplay just by giving them, like, for example, let's say you create a resource. I'm going to create a resource called steel. Okay. Now, steel would make a steel sword, right? And it does 5 points of damage. But if I make a David Chen Panda Steel, it provides 8 points of damage, but it doesn't spawn on my planet all the time. It spawns rarely, every once a month, maybe for a day or so. Like it spawns, and you have to mine enough of it in order to make stuff, right? But there's also a Darren R official steel that spawns sometimes even more rarely that does 12 points of damage. And then there's a Gabe steel that does 9.
It does no damage. Right.
Absolutely nothing. It's all toilet paper, pure fluff. Okay.
Wait a minute. Then you have the Dragon Rider steel, and that Dragon Rider steel spawns once every 3 or 4 months, and it might do like 15 points of damage, and it's the best steel in the game, but in order to use it, you have to be adept at it, and you have to grind up to a certain level in order to use it. And then when you create this super awesome sword, I was gonna say super long sword, but fuck, I'm not doing that. This super sword.
Hold on. What'd you say? Run that back, bro.
We ain't saying it again. But that Dragon Rider steel sword that does 15 points of damage also decays faster than everything else, right? So there's only a limited amount of that resource, so you always have to continue mining the resource. Everything that you get in this game would decay. I would create a game that would just decay everything over time, and then at the end of it, maybe you would get a little bit of your steel back, half of the steel or something like that. So
depreciation over time.
But let me tell you something. I would keep people in that game nonstop, and all I would need is a year. And within that year, I would have the framework of that game ready to go. Within 2 years, I would have a whole lot more like different levels of combat, different levels of how it spawns, different levels of, ride a panther through the world. You know what I mean? Like some easy stuff. Like you just update it month in and month out. So that game cycle for GTA 6 isn't necessary. Like it really isn't.
Right.
In this space. Now, what we're going to get is we're going to get mostly completed games, and we're going to get it from the bigs. And they're already working on them. We just don't see them yet. GTA 6 had some rumors about a cryptocurrency inside the game.
It did.
We don't know what it is yet, but obviously they're leaning into it. And within 4 months, we're going to see the framework of legislation. So, there will be something out there that we're going to be talking about. And so, but anyway, these games are already being made, so we don't need those 4 years. And some of the people that are in here, like what I mean to say by that is, Starlink is a good game, but it's also Warp Nexus. It's an existing game engine that's been out there for many years. But remember there was that one Shiba game, the one where he was a sheep. That's not going to survive.
Yeah,
it doesn't have that replayability. It's a fun game, but it doesn't have the fun replayability of that game. You know where you're going to earn crypto? Think about what it is that you actually play on your phone. What do you play on your phone? Sudoku, maybe. Maybe you can earn crypto from a simple, stupid Sudoku game.
I play. You know what it is? You know what I would like? I would like to earn crypto with the sniper game where you blow people's heads off.
That's what you'll earn crypto with. Like that's the thing.
Just shoot the dude and Bitcoin just pops out of his head.
You're already playing. They're not going to remake the wheel. They're just going to make the things that you already like that sniper game, or like that Madden NFL football game, or that NBA Live basketball game that you might play, or that baseball game, or that home run derby game, or was it Clash Royale? Like Clash Royale is already being done with WAGMI. All those little things that are being done, they're just going to be redone, and they're just going to include crypto. So the market that we think is going to exist isn't going to exist to the extent that we believe that it is. Everybody's not going to get their opportunity. Everybody's going to get maybe a 10x pump, but not everybody's going to survive.
Yeah,
hey, you know what I think would be dope though if they had if they had NBA Jam with crypto.
Yeah, I remember that.
That would be fire.
To Bleef's point and to answer Gabe's, everything he's saying is really on the money. And the reality is, when you take a company like ours and you put them into our leagues, we're beta testing it to make sure it works. That's how we got community gaming started, right? Yeah. And instead of who are you paying to test it? Oh, my community. Community is not the community that you're going for game. You're going for after the billions of people that are out there. So the gameplay has to be a great title.
Yes.
Right. You have your options. The other thing is building your actual community. The one thing that we do with select groups that we choose to work with, and this is a very extensive thing, is they'll come to our live events. We do 12 live events a year. Our next event is the Grammys. But let me tell you who shows up. DeLorean shows up, right? The CEO of DeLorean, right? Roland shows up, right? It's at the Grammys. I'll invite all you guys are all welcome to come. The four of you are all welcome to come, right? And what we're doing is we're doing interaction and discussion and going from there. But that's a utility because we're actually playing a tournament live, which is Mario Kart, and that leads to our monthly series. So everyone that's going from there. I never had my own crypto, my own NFT, not because I couldn't do it. I sat in probably one of the very first NFT rooms in the world in China at a meeting with all the billionaires. I was at that meeting with the Crane family, That's the family that starts the U.S. dollars, that printed all the U.S. dollars since 1776, the paper. I was sitting with the family and Bill Gates Foundation and understand NFT, and all that was a stock.
Say what?
It's just a stock, a small stock of a whole company. And people are like, oh, I don't understand. I'm like, dude, it's literally
It's genius.
Hey, and the Crane family,
That's
before,
crazy.
before social media, the Crane family was the people. They were the people in America who told you who else was rich in America. Like they literally had a Crane's listing of people who mattered. Like they would tell you who mattered.
And to be in that global meeting with this, and I'm from Taipei, so let me just tell you, you know, and it all the other fluff is fluff. It's to throw guys like us off from the institutional learning that people have in the elite. So they throw in race and they throw in color and they throw in all this other stuff. And at the end of the day, I just said it. We're just guys who want to take care of our families and all be happy. And nobody at that point, everyone's like, yeah, that's all we want. That's everybody. But how do you do it in the right way where you're not damaging everybody? That's 2.0. That's the morale issue. That's the compass. So when GameFi comes in or AI comes in and some other fool sits there and spits some sort of game that we know they're going to do, it's the same that we saw 4 years ago, 5 years ago in crypto. It was the same. It was the same game. You have to learn that the regulations are going to be the same because regulations are regulations. You're going to pay your taxes, go from there. But to your point, building the community is important. Activating and having it live. Building it to understand it, test producting so it becomes a AAA title when you can still grab it before the big game guys come in. That's how you're going to win with the funding that you have. So the guys have $700 million in funding for whatever the reasonings are. The reality is, how do you benefit those things together? That's what's going to get you the next run because you're the community, not just your community. Because we've already saw with your community, we're in a current situation with your communities.
Right.
You have to break out. You have to break out because
I got to get to my
do it, and it's hard. You like
I got to get to my show.
You have to get a stamp of
all right,
approval.
please, man. I really appreciate you and really appreciate.
Before
your
I go, I want to say something to David. What he was talking about with Mario Kart for the tournaments. You know, these guys play. There's a game out there right now, and it's called Doshi, DOSHI, and it's a mixture of Dogecoin and Shiba. It has a tremendous. A lot of people are saying it's one of the greatest backstories ever. It's got this crazy sort of backstory of Doge and Shiba coming together to unite and do this mission, right? And that's the whole idea behind Doshi, right? This game is phenomenal. It's like Mario Kart where you're racing around and you're doing it at speeds and stuff like that. And they're working on the game. And this game is phenomenal. You'll never make it. Like I said, it's going to be one of those 10x, 20x, hopefully maybe a 30x game, but it doesn't have the backing that's going to end up being needed in this industry to
compete with the big dogs. Yeah, you're right.
What we're going to see is some ambitious guy like, say, David Chen himself is going to come up with just little bullshit mobile studio. Just like, remember Zynga in the old days?
Yeah.
$1 million, by the way. That was the crazy part about Zynga.
Zynga came out of nowhere, and before you know it, they went from 1 game to 500 games, and they controlled this space for a while. And that's what's going to happen again. One of these cryptos is going to come up. They're going to step up, and it's going to be big time. And we're all going to worry because all of the things that we thought were going to be great, they're going to be great.
You want to know the crazy thing? I still play Ruzzle. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still love that game.
All right, guys, I got to go. Thanks for having me. I will talk to you guys later.
Nice meeting you, man. Thank you.
Hey, give it up for Believes, everybody.
My picture got bigger, my face got uglier. What the hell?
Hey, you know what they call that? Genetics.
Yeah.
Dog on him. Dog on him.
Sorry, Gabe.
I'll be out here showing you what thinning looks like, not thinning the body.
Hey, you know what?
Hey, dog, he done lost all his hair weight and it went straight to his body. It was crazy.
Hey, man. Hey, you know what? I think I still got to get to Idaho. I still got to come out there, man. You know, come out there and see what's popping. See what's popping in Idaho. You better pick me up from the airport, bro. I'm not gonna
Oh,
be standing.
dog, I'm gonna do you dirty. I'm gonna leave you there.
I'm not gonna be standing out there too long, bro.
I thought you got in at 5.
Can't have me out there too long in Idaho, bro. Hey, I'm taking a day flight too.
What they say in Idaho, you come here on vacation, you leave on probation.
Man, you know they say the same thing about Miami, and notice I'm still here. Notice I am still here. I can't leave.
Get a DWB, you know.
I got 4 more years. Hey, you know what? Hey, you know what, Dave? David, I like what you were talking about, man. You know, I don't know what your your schedule looks like or things like that. I would like if it's possible, I'd like to have you look at something, a project specifically, and just get your opinion of it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Sit over to me. I'd be honored to take a look at it.
Yeah.
I've officially followed you on Twitter.
Well, I follow you back. The projects that we put in, we advise, we consult, even the shares that we receive, we're so particular about it, right? Because it has to be cool, not in the sense where we're talking about the immediate funding, but what we've learned in the last 2 cycles of crypto is that it has to have a generational pool and a macro level of growth, or it doesn't mean shit, you know?
No.
Like people out on YouTube. But the reality is, and it doesn't, and that's proven to us, right? And the guys at our age that grew up in the time frames that we grew up in, we didn't get any of that, and we're responsible for giving the next set of kids that came from the place that we came from the knowledge that we didn't have, because we have the platforms that the OGs didn't have, or else maybe things would have been different for us. Yeah. But with that in mind, it also comes down to the products and what's pushing out and those economies. And with the lack of those economies and the lack of pushing it through, you're still stuck with nothing. You know, we advise and consult. We pick very, very particular products and brands to enter them into our space and our communities. But that's the way I think it should be, because it tells you that you care about your community more than you do about a quick flip. Look at Sam. Holy cow, dude. I mean, like, the guy went from being what he was to a martyr in such a quick amount of time. And to hear the stories that are behind it, I mean, that's what we're at. And 1 minute you're on time, and the next minute you're spending time. Yeah. So you have to.
That was a bar. That was a bar.
Showed up on time.
He over here spitting.
But it's the truth, and I think what ends up happening is there's 2 types. So guys who really make money, the guys who understand that it does not matter what you're doing, the rules are the rules. They have the education and the know-how to go from there. So who are the ones that are getting the most trouble? It's the guys like us who grew up without the education and the family education and the 3 generations, 2 generations to us. You know why families make money? Because the grandpas pass their information to kids who pass their information to their other kids, and it's 120 years of one generational wealth of one industry. Where us, we're not listening to our dads and our uncles. We're creating our own industries, and our kids aren't listening to us. So what ends up happening is we don't have the knowledge of going from there, and that's why it's happened the way it has. But over this course of next year, it can really be stable and do the right things by pushing it, I think, the right way and the right investment. So when we look at brands that we're activating, like a DeLorean or a Cisco Systems that's part of our group and entering our gaming community, it's because we actually care and they actually care, right? I think that's the leading of the intentions of business, because we all do business outside of crypto. So if you can't lead with integrity in this business, you're not leading integrity in anything else. And on how much money you have making, you don't want to go to jail.
Nah.
Exactly. No. Exactly. I'm telling you. Hey, Darren to know. Hey, Darren to tell you. Look, I'm 100% on with that. Like, I've spent a lot of time to build my reputation amongst the circles that I roll in, and I've been I've spent a lot of time and effort to build this brand that is WWC. You know what I'm saying? And I will be damned if I have any slight mark. I don't care. Hey, I've had projects or I've had some random devs. Hey man, just do a video for me, and 15,000. I'll give you a whole.
Hold on, you got $15,000 offer? I got, man, the highest I got was 10.
I got a $15,000 and I turned it down because you know what? I looked into the project and I was like, dude, this is a straight up scam. You know what I'm saying? And come to find out, 2 days after they launched,
they rugged.
Yeah. So it's like, I'm all about integrity, and I really hang around people that aren't like Gabe, Darren, you know what I'm saying? Now David, you know what I mean? Like I'm all about people that have integrity in the space, and not only have an integrity about how you operate, but also willing to give out some information about how to do things properly and how to conduct yourself, business wise in this space, because eventually when regulations come, like I say, when all that structure comes in and when they start knocking on people's doors, I don't want them knocking on even influencers or whatever, content creators, whatever you want to call yourself. If you're doing anything inside the crypto space, you're conducting any type of business inside the crypto space, you will get hammered on, period.
Yeah, they're not playing. They are not playing, bro.
Coming, no matter
you see all these thumbnails that say, next 100x, next. Dude, you can't, man. What? You guys they got to pay the piper. Like,
absolutely.
What's up? You guys aren't going to buy my 50,000X?
I mean, I tried to get the contract from you. You didn't get it. I hit you on Telegram.
I couldn't send it out prior because then that'd be insider trading.
Why did you delete the message on both sides?
I'm trying to play by the rules. Okay, look, let's be honest. I sent it out to 12 of my friends. They sent it out to their friends and family. We launched it yesterday, stealth.
Hey, check them new live pairs on Dex Tools.
Hey, the wallet I gave you wasn't airdropped, bro.
No. See, we didn't airdrop until after we blacklisted.
Got you. Yep. I mean, I've been I've dealt with devs that just where I end up doing more work than they do. It's their project.
Dude, they really, the problem is they don't understand the whole ecosystem. Yeah. And that's the problem. What happens is when you create what you're creating in one crypto, you're not understanding the influence and the economics of this business, the supply and demand, and what's going to make people buy it, the cool and the fresh. We don't buy Yeezys because we all love Kanye. We buy Yeezys because of the controversy behind the freaking Yeezys.
We don't buy them no more. Adidas is pretty. Adidas said we're gonna keep selling them without the Yeezy logo. I'm like, who's gonna buy that?
That's exactly what you said. Like what's happening is as you're creating this next shift, there has to be fundamental investments that you're putting in that support the ecosystem and that can grow it as a whole. So to previous point, you have this ecosystem where there's creation, not just the gaming itself, but online gaming, and there's utilities, and then there's merchandise, and there's ability to come to these events and interact with the community. We've been doing that since 2017 when we first started doing crypto. Like, you look up Snoop and David Chen, we're on Google together. Like, there's no cap on that. That was my party.
Yeah.
Right. and I know how scary it is for someone to call you a rugger and a puller, because nothing hurt me more when we weren't making it out.
Yeah.
And that's why I went backwards, because I was like, dude, I have to really understand this thing. And then we created the thing that we created, the gaming and community, going from there. So to your guys' point, how do you make this grow, and how do you continue to make this grow? The reality is by building community, not just with the gaming side of it, but the outside influences as well, through media, through social media, and actually have a product that brands itself going from there. And the influencers, they might not get in trouble because they're doing ads and going from there. But I'll tell you what's happening now to the influencers. You all know, all the trolls are going on there looking at their thing, and they're like calling them out on it.
Yep.
Right? You didn't care about this. And you know what that tells me? That tells me that was bad advice from their management. Because their management, that anyone understood crypto, would have said, if they give you this cash and it goes under, they're going to think what they think.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because it's perception. It's on the blockchain. You went out, you got paid, and here's the blockchain. They don't know what it was for. It's a perception. It is. The blockchain doesn't tell you the whole story. It's worse than text.
They're guilty in the court of public opinion.
You're just guilty. It's worse than text.
That's it.
You don't assume it's just what it is because it's on the blockchain.
Right.
You know what I'm trying to tell you?
Like, people are like, oh, it's DeFi, but they're like, I'm going to present myself as a company and a legitimate business. I'm going to be this influencer, quote unquote, right? I'm an influencer. But then when I go to mess with these companies, I'm going to do everything under the table.
Yeah,
like, Like think about that rationale. Like think about what I just said. Like that's an oxymoron right in its own right, because they go, oh, but crypto, it's decentralized. Like I could do everything under the table, but like that's not who you are. You are an influencer. You're saying, hey, I want to be monetized. I want to pay, my taxes that I get from like collecting these views on these videos. You're telling me right now you're walking around as a walking business, but then you tell me, oh, when I do business with people, I do everything over the counter and it's under the table.
You're not a business.
How the hell are you ever going to be a business? Because when it comes down to your financials and somebody goes, hey, you know what? I want to invest in you as a business. I want to know that my money can be invested into you. I want to see what your return rate look like. You're not going to be able to show them any statements. And they're going to go, what the hell are we doing? Like, matter of fact, I don't want to invest in you because why? You have no track record that shows me that you're consistent. And
Gabe, you're 100% correct, which is why I took this
right here. Boy.
I'm gonna tell you what I did, bro. I started an LLC. Every dime that comes in from projects, they get cashed out and goes straight to that business bank account.
There's a business piece of crypto that you just said. Guys like us never understood what Gabe just said until recently we put in social media. Because guys like us were told to keep the money underneath our mattresses. What we're doing, not pay all that stuff. And we thought that was the right mentality, not understanding that the other guys were paying their taxes and doing their things and making the money off of credit and learning how to leverage credit. So the majority of us sitting there going, oh, what's an LLC and how do we deduct it? And so the real question is now what do you do with the money that you have? And what are you going to invest in a system that is going to be sustainable for the next run? And the things around it, right? Because we talk about crypto, but the ecosystem that's going to influence this game, that should be the next discussion in order to support a real bull run. Because you looked at it, NFT was just a whole. There was no ecosystem supporting it outside of hype.
Mm-hmm.
So for us to maintain this, and you guys keep doing the amazing thing you're doing, to your point, Darren, that's what you have to do. You have to be able to maintain it. And to Gabe's point, if you're not a legitimate business from that point of view, you can't be legitimate in general. And the only way that these companies are survive, with the exception of what Bleach just said, is they're going to have to start working together and really understanding which economy is going to work and do that together. So we have another brand that we work with, and they have a great tipping system, which is Nobility, right? With them. But what's interesting about Nobility is what they're putting the crypto ecosystem that they have in the gaming. That's something that we started doing with them, right? And when you see this type of stuff, that's the community. That's 16 communities. You own more than one crypto, one NFT. But if 16 are being counted for the other ones, the economy is more stable because that's why you have multiple assets and multiple options. Where everyone's screwing up is, this is not financial advice, okay? This is just David Chen thoughts.
Hold on, David. David, I got you.
Oh, I'm gonna get that recorded on my phone.
This is not financial advice.
Because it's funny,
and we are not financial advisors.
It's good to have diversity in those areas and systems that control it in order for you to push it out. Where everyone figured out was, we're going to do the game, but they didn't figure out how to increase the community or how to have media or how to grow the branding or how to have people do merch and collabs the way that Smart Ones did. And if you start doing that in 2.0, then you're going to win. But you got to win with more than the 10,000 community. Anyone telling you 10,000, dude, jump ship, because you're not going to. How are you going to make it with 10,000? You haven't even made it now. So 1,600 people at, I don't know, $100 a price point. $660,000 a month. I mean, come on, man. You're not going to hit the numbers. It doesn't matter what you tell me. It's how do you assimilate? So it has to be culturally cool. So to your point about the game that's playing in the Philippines, we won't name the game, but it's not fun.
Yeah.
Nobody's sitting there talking about the brand new skin that's there. No one's buying the new hoodie. No one sees that game in a J Balvin collab. That's the stuff that is what we want to hit on. That's what's going to make it work. And that's what's going to bring the reputation. And when big brands work with you, then that means they've done their diligence to do the collab. So when I tell you that we're in gaming and we're in esports and crypto, and DeLorean's a client of mine and Cisco's a client of mine, that's how you know we've done it, right? We don't know everything. Nobody knows anything. They're all full of shit. They know everything. But at the end of the day, it's just leading with the best foot forward, like you guys have, and going from there.
So on your gaming aspect, you guys also like touch into like development. Like, do you have game developers that you associate with, like?
I do you one better, Gabe. Instead of you doing game developers, you give us the game. We create brand ambassadors to start pushing out the game, and they'll come back to you as real gamers, and they'll tell you what sucks about it.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's not your NFT guys. It's the general mass of the big gaming of the 70% of the global world. That's what you're shooting after, not your NFT world. That's the 4%.
Yeah, I have a nephew. My nephew. He actually works for a gaming company, Lionsgate, and that's what he does all day. Is he basically just plays people's games and then
Beta tester.
Just
Yeah.
Dream job.
You know, what I
Yeah,
mean?
my little brother does that too. Like,
like he's like one of those people. He's not a super social guy. I mean, amongst his small friends, but like he enjoys gaming, and like and like he always, since he's been little, we always knew. Like I was like, just get a job in gaming. He was like, bro, I got it, and he's been holding that down, and like that's what he does.
You know what, Gabe and Worldwide. I think I need to link David and have him analyze the cows. I think it's about that time.
Yeah,
I can help you analyze things. But to your point, Gabe and Darren, it's what I said. It makes sense, right? People are paying it, but what we don't understand is there are how many people are like that in this world. The mass majority is like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they're talking to each other, and you know what they're not talking about? Your guys' shit, not your shit, but anyone's shit.
I hope nobody talk about my shit.
But they're not NFT shit, you know what I'm saying? They're talking about games and what games make sense. So the question is, how do you bridge that? We have found the way to bridge it, and with real honest integrity and doing it the right way with real utility use and real functionality, because that's the way it should be run.
Yeah.
Hey, let me ask you a question, Dave. What's the best way to reach you? Twitter or just email?
The best way to reach me, obviously, is email. You can reach me at david@gtifcapital.com. That's G as in George, T as in Tom, I as in Indigo, F as in Frank, GTIF capital.com. And then on Instagram and Twitter, it's just David Chen Panda. And you can just message me and I'll message back. And go from there.
Yeah, because I definitely need your opinion on something.
The retainer fee.
Yeah.
Hey.
My retainers are pretty high, and anyone that knows it, they're all pretty high, but they're worth it. So I'll just tell you that right now. And I'm selective, but I'll look at it just because as a friend. Like I don't charge to look and give advice because I want us all to make it. You know what I mean? And so whatever I can do to help your audience and wherever else, I'd be happy to and continue to do that and move from there.
Okay.
That's what's
awesome. Honestly, this has been one of Worldwide. This is a good roundtable, man.
This is why you don't bring Darren on the show, because he's always trying to make network connections, and he's always
that's what I do, bro.
You always see him closing the deal. You always see him.
Hey, look. I gotta look. This is what I gotta do. I gotta apply what I know from my past life to this.
Look, hey, I'll tell you what, hey, my parents always said closed mouth don't get fed. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
So you have to, that's the only way you gonna grow. You have to network. You cannot make it, especially in the crypto space, YouTube, whatever, man. It's very, very hard to make it by yourself, man. You need to get out here and network and bump elbows with people that have made it and kind of take from them a little bit, like, oh man, okay, well, I like this aspect of it, so that'll help your own personal growth. You know what I'm saying? To where when it comes time for somebody to come to you, be like, hey man, I don't have any subscribers yet, but I'm thinking about starting this. How can I do that? I'm like, look, hey, I did it for the one. I was like, hey, look, boom, I'm your first sub, man. Hey, here, do this. Be honest. You know what I'm saying? I may not have 1 million subs, but you know what I'm saying? I speak to different type of audience, different demographics, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like people listen to me for different things. You know what I'm saying? And one of my biggest things is honesty. Yeah.
People listen to me. I'm like, wow.
Hey, but it's real though. It's real though. And you know what I'm saying? And sometimes I just get on here and I just talk bullshit. Hey, nobody's watching, but you know what? Darren said, hey, I was on here for like 2 hours just talking to myself.
He was. Check this out. So look, you are not gonna believe this. So
like holding the whole
Worldwide Crypto goes live. He goes live, right? Dude, I went to the next county, came back up to the crib, forgot something, went to the store, came back from the store, and this fool was still talking.
it's either you can or you can't. You know what I mean? That's
man.
That's one of the ones about like YouTubing is like
I was like, he's still here.
Create content.
Yeah,
but I do this,
I mean?
you know what I'm saying? Because I really enjoy this. I really get, and especially if I can give some information to the next person. Like I said, that the whole reason why WWC was started is because got tired of seeing, just the popular people just pushing shit. You know what I'm saying? And turd coins and this and that, you know what I'm saying?
Oh no, dude, you've already demonetized this stream. You can say shit coins.
Hey, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I mean,
you already knee deep in it.
Yeah, because he hit you with those big boy words earlier, didn't he?
What did he? What? What?
I mean, oh, dog, yeah. You know what? I bet you if you blank those ones out, like this would probably be a good show. You know?
Nah, it is what it is, man. You know? Hey, because look, hey, you look at any. Hey, but look, you look at any of my past videos. I don't do no editing. I like doing this live. I like doing it, by just straight off the cuff, man. Just talk. You know what I mean? Because all that to me, when I see people just a whole lot of edits, everything's just perfect. It ain't real. You know what I mean? It ain't. You. I don't know. I like everything out there and open. You know what I'm saying? Because I love transparency. So it is what it is.
Have you ever noticed that he never blinks?
That's true.
He edits his blinks.
There, bro.
Just constant eyes, just eye contact.
I didn't even know.
100%.
He's got like a sign over his camera that says "Focus here."
Blinks in his words, you just run it back. He'd be like,
"Hey, y'all don't see it. Look, y'all don't see it, but there's a little fine mist just coming from this direction. you can't see it, so it's just like it's keeping me moist."
Oh, it's kind of, okay. So it's like so now you're like the Charlie Murphy. You're the Prince of the crypto sphere. Understood.
Wow.
Got you. Okay. Good job.
But, hey, so you're just real quick. So what, in your guys' opinion, since this went straight to GameFi. So in your opinion, like who's doing hold on. Who's doing it now that's going to still be doing it next year this time?
Oh, you want my opinion? You already know mine. You already know my answer.
Oh yeah. I already know.
Yeah, you already know my answer. And it ain't just because of the game. It's the way the ecosystem's structured. It makes freaking sense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Gabe, who let's hear your opinion.
Gabe ain't blinking either. Look at him.
You know what? To be honest with you, like I think I've already said this earlier. I'm not looking at anything right now that's gamified in crypto because they're not speaking my language.
Because you don't listen.
The economical standpoint isn't there. Like people are telling me it's play to earn without telling me where the money comes from.
No, I ain't
Hold on. I gotta load this clip. Let me load this clip.
But what he was meaning to say was,
hold on.
Let
me load this clip real quick. Hold on. Hold on, Gabe. Look. Had you in a space, bro, and you sat there and you didn't even. I don't think you paid attention to what Tora was saying. You didn't pay attention. So what I'm gonna invite you to do is the next Community Monday on my channel. I want you to come back, and I'm gonna send you a stream, y'all. Like, don't flake on me either. I'm gonna send you a stream, y'all, link, and I need you to listen carefully as to what this man is doing. All right?
No, yeah. I know exactly what. You know what? I know exactly what you guys are talking about. I know.
You sure?
Hey,
I'm not blinking now either.
Hey, look. So Darren. We already know your answers. David, who do you think that who's doing it now that's still going to be doing it next year?
I think. I mean, I like to tell you any company I'm working with because I believe that as the truth.
Well, do it. Shield that shit.
Plug them, bro. Let's go.
I mean, look. Here's the reality of it. It doesn't matter who it is. A year from now, every company and every investor and every CEO of this industry is going to need to learn how to be like water and adapt to whatever the hell is going on. And number two, it doesn't matter who the hell it is. They really need to bring on experts in the gaming community, because we all know gaming is the next boom.
Yeah.
And fix the problems that Gabe, Darren, Dragon, myself know that suck total ass, that no one is going to do the games because they're looking at it from a financial standpoint. They're not looking at it from a community longevity standpoint, which is really where money is being made. It's not the short term 5-10 million. It's the long term 500 million. Yeah. So that's the second thing. The third thing is, how are they integrating it into the actual community, not their community, the gaming community itself? Without that support, it's absolutely not going to happen. You know why? Because it hasn't happened. That's why I know it hasn't happened. I don't know how much money you got. It hasn't happened. So that leads to a big question: is how do you integrate it, and what are the risk factors out of there? You know, and so yes, we're working with, you know, Seascape and Block Lords and pushing that through, right? You know, I'm doing that. And obviously I mentioned Nobility and some of the things that they're doing. And there's some other companies that we're working with, like Cosmic Wire and their Web3, you know, and I'm a CBO at Cosmic Wire, right? And doing things that they're doing. And the reality is, why are these the big titles in games? Is because they're beyond the game. They have, to your guys' point earlier, the economy, right? Like Dragon said, the economy that's going to create this game to push forward. That's what we're excited about, right? And so you'll see a lot of those guys who don't have utility now, better find that out very, very quickly, or else that's going to be I will bet $1 billion at that point, if I had it, that's going to be a SEC DOJ issue. You can no longer bet on potentials. You have to have it, and you have to be accountable for it as well. And so with those all things in mind, I think a year from now, with those adjustments, whoever still survives will make it, but they need to have combinations of different companies, different teams, different communities, or else they're screwed.
Right.
Just numbers. Like, I don't care who you are. 10,000 full community is not enough to survive a multi-million-dollar number that you promise you're going to hit to your people. Just
stop promising numbers to people.
Stop it.
You
can't promise anything. You just have to like literally. When people want to, like, when we're being selected, people that are working with us and they want to come in, the first thing is, how much we're going to make? I said, you'll lose your ass. Because I don't know what I can guess what I'm going to make. I put my own money in, but I know that I could lose my ass. That's why I invest. But then I know I can win it. And everyone thinks that they're going to lose your ass. I'm so sorry. You're not an effing fortune teller. You don't know. If you were an effing fortune teller, you would have bet on the damn mega billionaires and gone $1 million to do all this horse shit. Yeah. So I know you don't know. That's
exactly.
And for those that do not know,
all numbers are
numbers. I'm going to make $1 billion, and it doesn't work because it's not what it is.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. So that's my answer to that. It's who's going to be able to adjust it and go from there. There are a couple of companies that I work with that we're looking at. There's a couple of companies that we're vetting, that we're deciding to see if we're going to work with and enter our community. But it's got to be legit, man, or else we'll do it.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and make the phone call and tell my guy, be like, look, this is what I need you to do. I need you to send me over in a very organized and precise manner.
Yes.
Everything. You know what I'm saying? And because I finally met David Chin.
Oh, yes. Whatever.
I've met him. Make some noise, everyone. Yes. So yeah, Toro will be getting a late night phone call from me.
He was already in the chat.
He was already in here, man. Yeah, like gosh. Yeah, he's probably going now. He's probably in Twitter space. You know how he's always hopping around Twitter spaces.
yeah, absolutely. So, all right, man. So, look, it's been about an hour and a half. I know everybody's busy people. You know, we gotta go ahead and cut this one. This can't be no regular WWC 4-hour stream. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. So, closing thoughts on 23. What are your opinions on what's going? What are we going to see going forward? Potentially, I know
we're gonna see people getting their heads chopped off because they're not in compliance. That's what we're gonna see. But I don't predict another bull run until around 2024. But 2023, man, stack your money, pray, and stay out the way. Simple. Yeah. That's it.
What about you, Gabe? Gabe, what you got for us? Closing statement.
You know, to be honest, my closing words are: will Logan Paul finish the
Yo, you know what, Gabe? I gotta get that was good timing, bro. Good timing.
Hey, you know I'll be reaching out to people. I'm gonna hit up Logan. I'm gonna see if I can get him on here to rebuttal that, Gabe.
No,
hold on.
He came out with a response video just the other day. You know.
Hey, you want to know an easy way to get him? Get his attention?
FBI, open up! Grab your pink.
Hey, this gonna be him.
Yo,
yeah, you know that's mine. That's all. Will he finish the game?
Yeah, man.
All right.
To me in crypto right now, you know.
Okay, what you got for us, David? What's your closing statements?
I think I want to say two things. I want to do one on a business level, one on a personal level. I'll do the business one. 2023, I think, is going to be the Jordan year. 2023 is the year before 24 where you need to sit there and invest and raise and outthink your competition in a way that wasn't thought before in NFTs and cryptos, but the additional things that everyone's been complaining about, and have that ready for your announcement in 24. I think that there will be an uptake. People do this every single year. People that really have cash and money aren't people that are going to put all their money. They're going to put what they feel comfortable losing. Again, not financial advice, but putting it through there and being comfortable with the ability to grow, because this is your $1 billion year, in my opinion. Because this is when people invest and put money in when other people aren't, because they're afraid of the markets and numbers. If you look historically, whether it's Warren Buffett or Cuba and everyone else in between, that's been a constant through the course of history and economy. People have invested the year before these type of crashes. So that's just, my personal opinion of what I'm going to do. I think that 2023 is a Jordan year. And I think if you put in the right ones that have the economies, by 2024, you're not behind the game. What 2022 and 2021 was, it was the thought of what NFT and crypto can do. What 2023 and 2024 is what gaming and gaming DeFi and what crypto is doing. Not what it will be doing or can be doing, is doing. Mm-hmm. And I think that's where the 2023 comes in. And it now just comes down to the power players. This is exactly what happened with cars. When you talk about Ford, there were 100 people that started, and there were at the end of it, there was 10. This is what's going to happen. People are going to start shrinking and going from there. But the survivors are going to be the ones that have the credibility, that have standed all of the things to maintain and grow and really amass the wealth and, of course, the impact and change. And I think the second thing is just I want to talk, and I think the second thing is this, we don't talk about this enough, and I know this isn't part of the show, but I'm a big man of just being honest. No matter what everyone's going through, no matter how bad it is, it's January, it's tough. We're guys, the numbers are the numbers, things are what they are. Human beings are human beings. Going to my 40s, this wasn't what I thought my life was going to be. Not that I'm unhappy with it. It just, we all had different aspirations growing up as kids. And I go back to my life and I think about all the heartbreaks and all the losses and all the suffering. And if you're an entrepreneur right now and you're struggling between trying to pay your house bill and your electric bill at your business, I understand that. All of us go through it. Anyone tells you anything differently, they're full of shit. But I'm going to tell you this. You survived 100% of your worst days. You survived every fucking heartbreak, every loss, every failure, everyone who told you that you weren't going to be shit, everyone that's listening to this damn show, everyone that survived today, we've all made it as survivors. And if you look at it from that standpoint, with just a little bit of doing things for the right reasons, I promise you the impact in the industry will be what we all want it to be instead of what it is. And so for that, you survived 100% of your worst days. And I'm David Chen Panda, and I'm out. That's it.
Hey, I heard it.
Dom the Monko.
Who does your hair? It's captivating. That was amazing. I'm not even gonna lie. That's why I didn't say much.
Hey, for real, man. Hey, they hit right in the fields, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. We need more of that. More just genuine, just real talk from people, man, because there's too many people that sit and suffer in silence, man. Hey, if you ever need anything or whatever, you need somebody to talk to. Hey, reach out to somebody. Reach out to one of these guys. Reach out to me. I don't care. Hey,
Yeah, reach
I
out.
like to talk. I'll talk to you for hours.
I tried to call Gabe. He didn't answer the phone.
I don't care.
Gabe be hard to reach.
I got my own shit to deal with.
I can't do nothing for you, man.
I was the guy who put my phone number out there to be socially contacted. They said, can I call you? I said, I don't know. Do you have the number? I'm just being honest.
I got the first three.
That's great. My whole state has that.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. Hey, and look, just and as always, the scammers are getting smarter. Protect yourself, protect your crypto, just protect your investments. You know what I'm saying? Stop chasing after turd coins, promising you.
Oh man, the word is shitcoin.
Yeah, or shit coins. Stop chasing.
Say it with your chest. Say it with your chest, Dragon Rider.
Stop chasing after shit coins, expecting a Shiba pump, because those days are
long gone.
Yes, far few, and it there might be a little sprinkle here and there, but
that sprinkle happens after everyone's already loaded up their wallet.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
start educate yourself on what you're doing, educate yourself on what crypto is, how to even do the basics of looking at Etherscan, BSC scan, Polyscan, whatever the case may be. Do some research and actually look at what you're investing in, research what you're investing in, because at the end of the day, this is an investment. You're going to lose your ass, you're going to win some, you're going to lose some, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's your responsibility.
It is
to do a little bit of research. That's not no cop out. It is legit, because Dragon Rider, Gabe, Darren, David, ain't none of us tell you to go open up your trust wallet right now and go hit that buy button. At the end of the day,
Mr. Burt told all y'all for years. He said, "This is not financial advice. I'm not going to buy your tokens for you. I'm not going to sell your tokens for you. You're responsible for your own wallet."
That's
okay?
Right. That's
right.
Hey.
Look, I'm not your daddy. He tried to tell. He told y'all for years.
Yeah. And then who
you call it? Who you calling for that? Hold on, my wife's getting out of the shower.
But look, hey, it's real talk. You know what I'm saying? And start looking at and stop looking at just these basic projects. Start looking at who's conducting themselves as business people and running their business as a business. If they are just hiding everything from you, guess what? You need to start looking at something else. Start investing into businesses, because those are going to be here after the government and them do their thing and come chasing after these people that's been scamming and ducking and dodging them for a long time. You know what I'm saying? So protect yourself, protect your. Hey, closing statements from Bleeds, everybody. Closing statement.
Hold on.
I go walk my
did a
dog,
show
man. I want to stop back in here because I finished my stream, because I talk fast. I'm not long-winded like Dragon Rider in this motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Dragon Rider, I've grown quite hungry since the stream started.
Yeah.
Anyway, what kind of questions? What kind of questions were there?
Just went into continued the GameFi discussion and such.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And just going over kind of just regulations, you know what I'm saying? What's going to be coming, you know what I mean? How to set yourself up for the future,
What is Gabe doing?
And we talked about how Gabe don't look at no gaming projects.
Gabe is using StreamYard as a mirror to fall asleep.
Damn, I thought we had went off the air. My bad.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yo, you know what though? Hey Gabe, I'm not gonna lie though. I keep one of these handy though.
I keep on my own. Man,
I'll tell you.
Never can be doing.
There's two things in this world I wish I invented. These and Crocs.
And Crocs.
Hey, you know how rich I'd be right now. Jeez, man.
But yeah, hey,
wait.
we was just doing closing statements just now, Bleed. What you got for us to close?
He don't get to close one. He just got back.
He's all right, man. But he believes though. He believes
You
though,
saw
man.
the way he opened. Do you really want him?
I know, right? Like you just try to ruin all of us, aren't you, Worldwide?
We are going to be watching your house now.
Oh man.
All right. Yeah. So here's what everybody needs to understand is the most important thing. Number one, crypto is crypto is crypto is crypto. It doesn't matter what it is, whether it's GameFi, whether it's meme coins, whether it's Bitcoin, Ethereum. It doesn't really matter. Here's what matters. Follow the chart. Decide when your best investment is. Look, if you knew what you know right now, and if you were able to look at your 4-year cycles and you were able to look, everybody's an expert right now to tell you that we're getting out of the bull market, et cetera, because they look at these charts and they're like, okay, well, yeah, this is exactly what it says. Where the hell was your dumbass 6 months ago? You know, same guys that are telling you this are the same guys that weren't telling it to you a long time ago, because they, you know, we're all learning as we go, and we're all reminding ourselves as we go of what it was like last time. And you know, this time it's worse. No, it's not. It's all the same every single time. It's always the same. So what we need to do is recognize that we're at the bottom, and we got nowhere to go but up. So now decide for yourself what your best investments are. Figure out where your best position is. You know, if you like GameFi, and GameFi is one of the things that you are big into. So I would start with Axie Infinity. I would start with Sandbox. Like that makes the perfect sense, right? And I have data to back it up, because if you look at CoinViewCap, or you look at CoinMarketCap and you see what they've done for the year, they're both up 30 or 40% in 10 days. So, you know, that's where you would have made and taken some profit right now, and you'd have 30% more than what you started with in order to throw into some of your degen bullshit plays that you want to see moon. And now you got some more money to just kind of throw around and do things with, right? But the strategy should never change. It's always the same. Like find the low, buy low, sell high, repeat. Take your profits out, take your original investment out as quickly as you can, move on to the next project, leave something behind so that just in case something happens, you get a little bit more, and do the same thing over and over and over again. When that doubles again, take it out again, you know, turn it into a profit, and continue to do that in everything that you do, whether it be GameFi, whether it be meme coins, whether it be Ethereum, whatever it is, it's all the same. You just got to find your low, sell your high, and stay focused. And don't marry a project. Do not marry a project. The difference between a good investor and a wrecked investor is how much they like a project.
Hold up, Bleep. So, you know, when people like are in the Telegram saying, who sold? I shouldn't tell them. No.
So you have to decide what kind of investor that you are when you do that. So for me, like for example, for Volt asked me to do a certain thing, that there's a certain way that they like their investors to be. And if I want to be part of that team, then I'm agreeable to that, right? So what am I doing? I bought low. What am I going to do? I'm going to sell high. Am I high enough yet to sell? I'm not daring high, but I'm high, you know.
Speaking of which, I left the joint outside. Damn, guys. Jeez.
But Volt was my first 100x. So, you know, I'm going to hold on to it for a while. I don't need it. I don't, you know, I'm going to let it go. I'm not taking a profit until 1 billion market cap. And if we don't get to 1 billion market cap, then I won't be taking it for a while. So, you know, that's kind of the way of it. And then at that point, I'm going to take my original investment and double out. But by that point, you know, should be a pretty good bag. Same thing. Terrarium is way down right now. They've had communication issues. They've had so many problems, but they are now a centralized exchange. And guess what? At some point that becomes valuable, especially in a bull market. You know, everything that we have that we set up out here will come to fruition at some point. So you decide, are you a short-term holder? Are you a short-term player? Are you a long-term player? Stick to whatever it is. Stick to your plan. Don't change your plan. And I'm long-term on a bunch of little bullshit plays that I think are going to turn into something big. And then on my short-term plays, I'm USDC right now, biatch.
Hey, you know what? Hey, let me ask you a question, please. Did you hear about this token called it was called Huckleberry? Did you see what happened with that?
I haven't seen. I have not.
All right, so check this shit out. Check this shit out. This is next level, okay? And the reason I say this is next level because it just happened so suddenly, right? So somebody hit me with the Huckleberry play. I was like, all right, I looked at one of my wallets. It had like, I don't know, $30 in ETH. I was like, all right, let me just throw it at it, see what happens. Starts going, starts moving. I'm like, okay. Next thing you know, 30 turns to damn near like, I don't know, 100 something. I'm like, all right, cool. Next thing you know, look at my wallet a couple days later. It's like, it's in the shitter. Now, you go to the Telegram. They said that the dev just suddenly died. I was like, what? I'm dead serious. I couldn't believe it. They said the dev was there one day, and then the next day he was, see you at the crossroads, he's gone. You know what I mean? I was like,
hey, I had one like that. I had
what,
one
you too? Okay.
No, they paid me. This guy, he had been following me for a while. And
why'd you get into a crypto run by Jeffrey Epstein anyway?
Ain't no telling. Ain't no telling, man.
I don't know, but look, hey, so is that he hadn't even launched yet? You know what I mean? He was like, hey, we're getting ready to come up on launch. This is the.
Hold on, which one was this? Which one was this?
Kicks token.
No, for real?
Kicks. So look, this dude went. I mean, straight AMA. He paid me for AMA. I still have the ETH just sitting there waiting for him to either show up or whatever. You know what I mean? Like I ain't touched it. He sent it to me. I ain't touched it. Because I want to make sure I do the work that I was paid for. You know what I mean? But this was months ago. He was out of nowhere. They said that there was some kind of unfortunate accident, and then nothing.
Yo, that's what happened.
I've reached out. I've emailed everything, dude. Nothing for months.
Hey, Gabe, that's what happened with Jigsaw. Like Lefty was there one minute. Last message I got from him was like, "Hey, all right, well, he asked me. He said, do you think me launching those other two projects kind of screwed with Jigsaw?" I said, "Yeah, kind of." He said, so, well, see you on the other side. And then you know how the iPhone, like all the bubbles are the same color. Next thing you know, all the bubbles turn green. I'm like, 4 days. I didn't know where this dude was. I called his buddy. You know who I called? I called him up. He's like, I haven't heard from him. I said, you need to call and check on him. Nothing for like 3-4 days. I was like, all right. I said, I see how this is going. Because I don't think he just, he deleted himself. You know what I mean? But hold on, you muted?
That's nuts.
Right. So I don't think he deleted himself. So you should have seen the first statement I had, like, prepared for the community about my departure. I was like, you guys are not gonna shit on me this time. Hell no. Because I was like, yeah, the statement that I had prepared was so politically incorrect. I had to call in reinforcements to rewrite it for me so it was more professional. Because I was going.
Shout out, yo, what's up, man? How you doing, man?
Oh, yo, make some noise for Gabe in the building.
It was on shout outs. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm gonna tell y'all something crazy, right? Y'all know what Matty B said here, right? Epstein did not kill himself. You know,
Epstein must kill himself.
They didn't kill himself, and that there was some, he was in the like the guy in the cell was some kind of mob police officer that he was in there with, and that guy was somehow the guy that killed him, and et cetera, et cetera. They had a nice little conspiracy going about that, right? The other day, some guy who's one of my friends, big time QAnon crazy guy, hits me up, and he's talking and he's telling me all about how the global Illuminati is controlling my mind, just just your standard crazy bullshit. And right, that's what we say now, is just standard crazy bullshit. Anyway, he starts talking about John McAfee, and I'm like, yeah, John McAfee's guy reached out to me a few months ago and wanted me to like buy his NFTs and shit like that. And I'm like that was crazy. And the guy was like, "What happened to John McAfee anyway?" I said, "You don't know what happened to John McAfee?" And he's like, "No." I was like, "He was in a cell with the same guy that Jeffrey Epstein was in a cell with, and he committed suicide in that cell." And this dude went nuts out of his goddamn mind. Like, how could that guy, why is that guy not under arrest? Like, just going off, right?
Hold on, please. Hold on. I need you to run that back. you told somebody who's already a serious conspiracy head. You gave him that information.
Yeah.
I just want to let you know on behalf of the coalition of people that like to fuck with people.
Yeah.
That was pretty damn good. I'll give you that.
And he's mad as hell. He's like, how would they even put him in the same room? Like, why would they put him in Epstein? Like, what is going on? Like, do they have just one guy who's out here killing all these people? And I said, yeah. I mean, I assume the guy works for Hillary Clinton.
Yo, you ain't shit. Yo.
I'm gonna tell y'all something that's actually a secret that I'm not supposed to tell, but ain't nobody gonna come after me.
Hold on. Let's get it ready.
1992. I'm working as a bill collector in Louisville, Kentucky, and I work for American Express. And one of the people that has an account is James and Susan McDougal. Now, if you don't know who they were the Clintons' partners in the Whitewater scandal. This was a big trust scandal that was going on. Madison, I think it was called Madison Bank, something like that, of Arkansas. So Madison Guarantee, something like that. So they got in trouble. They got arrested for all of their crazy shit. And James McDougal had died. Susan McDougal had she had the debt, right? So I call her up, because that's what you got to do. And as I'm talking to her, somebody walks over to me because they know, because I do the celebrity accounts, and they walk over to me and they're like, this is, do you know who this person is? And they're telling me who this person is. And they said, this is 1992. That person's on the Clinton kill list, right? And I'm like, what? That was my first time. 1992 was the first time that I heard about the Clinton kill list, where 37 people had already. There's 37 people back then. I think it's like 70 something now. Yeah. But 37 people had died.
Damn.
That had done business or were associates of the Clintons, that they just kill everybody. Like, that's how far back that conspiracy goes.
Oh yeah. Hold on. What does this dude say?
1992.
Hold on. What does this dude say in the chat? He said, "Yo, last time I saw Darren and Gabe in the same chat was Jigsaw. You guys seen dubs from KCON going out? Nah."
Hey, Oxton. Hey, you need to go ahead and shoot me a sub, because they venture to my channel quite often. So you ain't been looking in the right spaces if you ain't seen them together.
These hoes ain't loyal.
They ain't. And they ain't, bro. You can blame social media for that. Last time I saw Darren, he was talking about this. That's a lie. That's a whole lie. Last time you saw me was probably.
Were you just talking about Jigsaw?
It's right now. You were just talking about it.
This guy. I was talking about before this.
Damn lie. You a lie, bro. Why you gonna come
My bad. Hey, you know what? I deserve this. This is what I deserve. I deserve something for that.
I never touched Jigsaw. I never touched. There's so many of those.
Yeah.
There's so many of those that come out, man. I try to stay away. That Strange Inu way back in the day.
I remember Strange Inu.
That still haunts me, man. Like I try my best. Like, you're never gonna look. You never know what somebody's gonna do, right?
Yeah.
You never know when they're gonna just get tired and say, "I'm out." Like Pongo, or was it called Pongo? Yeah, Pongo. Pongo, the developer, just said, "Look, man, I don't want to do this anymore. These people, I hate these people." I mean, he legit
Shit like
said,
that, man.
"Look, I hate these fucking people, man. I don't want to do this anymore." And I'm like, "Well, listen, what if I got some people who would take over the project for you?" He said, "Well, then it would be my project that they would end up rugging or they would end up screwing up, and my name would be the one that would go down in history. So I would rather be the one that actually pulls the plug on it my
Yo, he
way."
said this shit. Yo, are you serious? He said, "I'd rather be the one to rug it. I ain't gonna let nobody else rug it."
Man.
So then he goes back in and he tells everybody, he says, "Look, I'm ending the project." But here's the thing. He went in there and he said, "Look, I'm ending the project. We're not going to be doing this anymore. So take your money out." He told me 5 minutes before. And I'm like, "No, bro, look, you paid me for videos and stuff like that. You know, I mean, I think I'm only like $1,000 in or anything like that. Like, I'll take the loss and just let everybody cash out and get most of their money back."
Right.
Before, you know what I mean? Like, because that's the right thing to do, right?
Yeah.
So then we got a bunch of people, grifters, that wanted to start it up again and didn't go through with grifters because those guys, you know, they got like the people that he didn't like were taking it over. And,
Right.
you know, like grifter, all these people, they felt like they were getting greedy, and, you know, they wanted a development wallet of 3% instead of 1%. You know what I mean? Like they just basically, they just wanted to cash in.
Yeah.
And, you know,
It happens, man. I'm tired of tokens, man. I'm sick of tokens. Jigsaw went off there. Was there? Yeah, it snapped. Yo, yeah, it got up there.
It did.
It got up there, man. But you know, sometimes people just make decisions. Like, you know what I don't understand? Like, a dev will have me come on and, you know, and help out, and then all of a sudden ask me and maybe somebody else I might bring in for our opinion, and then just like, okay, that's a good idea, and then turn around 48 hours and say like, fuck their opinion, and then just do whatever he wants to do. It's like what did you ask me for then? Like,
Hey,
come on, man.
Sometimes they're asking.
Go there.
Sometimes they're asking because they want to know, and sometimes they're asking you because they want you to reaffirm what they thought.
That could be it too. But when I tell you, like,
say what they thought, they were like, "Well, fuck this guy."
Yeah, pretty much. But that's all right. Big Daddy Darren put in his letter of resignation in the Telegram for all to see. And sold. Peace. Let me know how it goes. And now that shit is down to 5. Now it's down to a 5-figure market cap. Where's the dev? We don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
so
yeah,
I got my profits. I ain't gonna lie.
Thank you. I had somebody
It is what it is. I mean,
yo, I had somebody snap on me in the Telegram. They're like, they everybody knew my wallets. It's no secret. But it's funny because they're like, why are you selling, bro? I was like, it was a fair launch. I bought in. These are my tokens. Exactly. He's like, well, it looks bad because you're on the team. I was like, no. I said, you know what looks bad? The fact that you bought at the top because you was chasing a green candle. You got fucked. That's what looked bad.
All those people that are questioning you selling are the same motherfuckers that are going to sell the top first before you.
Thank you.
I don't care what they think.
Yeah, that's why you gotta love like people like holders.
They just mad because you sold first. That's all.
Yeah, holders can't wait to tell you like how much of a scumbag you are because you got out before they did.
Since we all kind of do the same thing, I'll tell you guys what I do 100% of the time now.
I don't
so
do
that
what
it
you
never
guys
happens.
Don't let me in there. I don't do what you guys do.
If all right, well, Gabe, close your ears.
Yeah, you do, Gabe. I've seen it.
If I have, let's use Brew Labs for example. If I had like Brew Labs tokens or something like that, and they asked me to do a video, and I said I would do it, and they did not have the money to pay me for a video or for whatever it was, and they said, look, we'll give you half in USDC and we'll give you half in our tokens. I'll take your tokens with the understanding that when I decide to sell, you will buy them from me. I will not buy them on chain. I will not buy them and wreck your price chart. You will buy them from me, and then you will hold them and you will decide what to do.
Yeah, OTC. Yeah, I mean that would be the cool thing to do. But then
trading is all I do when it comes to like.
I don't even want their tokens.
Right.
I don't even want them. Like I've had people try to tell.
I like having the token because some of these are people that I know in these spaces, and I'm not looking to get rich off of them. I know that they need like a promo. I know that they need some marketing. I know that they need people to see their product to see whether or not it's a good product or not. And you know what? Sometimes it's not a good product, but they still want to have some marketing for it. So I don't mind like putting it out there for you, and I don't mind taking it quote unquote at a discount in the unlikely event, because it's a bear market that it's going to moon. Then I'll make a few bucks off of it. But again, it'll be an OTC trade so that I'm not wrecking your chart. But and really, to be fair, like the only people that I've ever done that with was Hulk, and that was on one of his side projects that he was working on. Like the rest of the time, I've never. I still have all my Hulk tokens from when I first partnered up with those guys, because they didn't have.
I'm
you know,
doing your scan check right now. I can see your wallet here.
Believes.eth. Yeah, believes.eth.
Breadcrumbs.com. No, I'm joking. No, I'm just joking.
I'm actually because I was talking with Pablo the other day, and I think
you're awake?
I'm getting ready to I'm gonna do a public wallet as well. So you know, it's just one of the things. I'm you know.
Don't do it, man.
I mean, well, there's a lot of people that already. I mean, there's a lot of people that, I mean, if you've been around me enough, you probably know my DGen wallets. You know what I'm saying? You know, but
yeah, you sold before me.
Probably so. I ain't gonna lie.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, what the heck is this? I was like, what is he doing?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I mean, those are the wallets I do giveaways from and stuff like that as well. You know what I'm saying? And you know, but I'm gonna do a legit, you know, just a straight wallet that I'm gonna hold a certain amount. I ain't announcing it yet, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna hold a certain amount in there, and people gonna see some of my like long-term plays.
Oh snap! Is the Pirate Mike in the building?
Pirate Mike, what is up, man? In the building. Pirate Mike's a G, man.
Pirate Mike, you owe Worldwide Crypto a super chat. I outdid you last time. Get your pockets right.
Hey, Pirate Mike was my very, very first super chat.
Yo, yeah, that's kind of fucked up because I'm usually everybody's first super chat.
Hey, you hopped in too late, man. Okay, hey, it is what it is.
Hey man, yo, this stream is over, dog. I'm done, dog. It was nice seeing y'all, man. It's nice seeing y'all. We 2 hours in, bro. I gotta get me some food.
Yeah,
hey. Don't worry, Dragon. I'm gonna be watching Darren's house anyway.
Damn.
He lied about going to get food.
My people's gonna be there.
Yeah, he says
all right,
get food.
All right, man. Let me go look at these cameras, bro. I got cameras all around the house. Let's make sure everything's cool.
But hey, look. So all right.
You see my trusty sidekick right there. I'm always ready.
But yeah, hey, look, I appreciate everybody that came to hang out with us for a while. You know, everybody that's been in and out the chats, really appreciate it.
Aren't you in Indy? Darren, aren't you in Indy?
Nah.
Indiana? I'm in Indiana.
He's in Indiana.
You're in Indiana.
I'm in Florida.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I think Darren's an Audi.
Dude, the only thing you need for a gun license in Indiana is to be able to sneeze.
Exactly.
Florida's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
Just give somebody a hot meal and a hug. You'll be all right.
Hey, I can go out in my backyard and shoot just about anything short of a rocket launcher. So you know, it's.
Hey, yo, if you need a hookup,
I walked into the police department. I was like, yeah, I want I need a gun license, and they were like, do you have any felonies? I'm like, 9 of them. And they're like, who cares? Here, have a gun.
Yo, Indiana ain't sounding too bad right about now.
Yeah. They were like, you look like us. It's fine.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And they just approved I think it was last year, they approved a constitutional carry as well. So you know, you don't have to have a permit anymore. So
nice.
Kentucky,
you can literally walk around here and be like, guess which pocket the gun's in, motherfucker.
Yeah, hey.
Dude. When I was in high school, I used to work at Kroger in just north of Dallas, Texas. Let me tell you something, man. These dudes would come in there with like these big long noses on their hip, like, and I'm just like, he's walking around like cowboy. Like Florida is like Florida and Texas are like their gun laws are very, very similar. So I've seen dudes with full shotguns in the rear view mirror, in the rear view window of the truck.
What's that dude's name that was on what was that Ernest P. World? Hey, the guy that was always Bobby. He was always the cop. And he pulled out that line.
Yeah, bro.
looking like the Joker's gun before he pops out of his little bank.
Right. These dudes. In Florida, man, everybody got a gun. Everybody.
I'm the type of guy that if I saw that, like if I saw somebody like open carrying like an AR-15 or something going through a Dunkin' Donuts, I would walk in to get my coffee. I would like bump them out of the way and say, "Sorry, faggot."
What? Like why? Like why?
What are they gonna do?
Why?
Well, like I say, some people do that. Some
What are they
people
gonna do?
They sit there, they do shit like that. Like you ain't. Why would you open carry a fucking AR or walk around with it? You know what I'm saying? It's stupid. You causing attention to yourself. That's not
right. They want attention. So I give them the attention that they so desire. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
stick with.
Are you gonna draw? Or are you gonna shut the fuck up and get out of my way?
Bleez was at a Wendy's earlier today where he bumped in. The fuck around and find out chart was at an all-time high.
That would be me.
You know that
would be me.
former employee of the Wendy's who had just got fired.
That's just it. A crypto YouTuber by the name of Mr. Bleaves has been shot, ladies and gentlemen. He has been shot, ladies and gentlemen. Back to you, Gabe.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to let you guys know it looks like he unloaded the full clip and reloaded.
Oh man,
fucked up.
And the last thing that Bleez said as he was taking his last breath was, "Fuck that faggot." Yep.
Hey, look. All right, look.
Hey, worldwide. Hey, worldwide. Consider this whole episode demonetized.
On top.
Yeah.
Hey, it's all good though, man. Hey, I love it. I love to have fun. Hey, I like hanging out with you guys, man. Like I say, I'm going to be doing, big round tables with different guests once a month. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, you guys are always welcome. You know what I mean? So we
How's
talk
the TikTok
about
videos going?
TikTok. Oh. So look, all right. So before we hopped on air, my wife was a little bit tipsy from some margaritas from the Mexican place with her female friends, and she was like, "Yeah, I had 4 margaritas, and I might go do some TikToks." So
what?
When me and him were in the back, like, that's why I had to ask him because like the margarita's probably really settled in these last 2 hours. So
hey, why you think he made it go on this long? He like, he trying to avoid that other room at all costs. Hey, fellas, I gotta go.
She thinks she's famous because she got like 12,000 followers or some shit like that.
No, snap.
Hey, so she's in the store with her girl. Oh, you're on TikTok. My wife's like, oh yeah.
Yo, hey, look, and you're the one with the YouTube channel. She's shitting on you, bro. Hey,
the best part about it all is he wastes hours of his life. I don't do like 5 or 10 minutes. Like
I don't have to watch. I don't have to watch any charts. Yo, I'm out, fellas. I gotta go.
Hey,
it's been fun.
I appreciate all y'all, man. I appreciate everybody. Hey, make sure everybody shoots everybody. Follow, subscribe, all that shit.
Hey, hold on, real quick, Bleeves. How many Twitters you got, bro? You got 2?
All of them.
All the tweets.
Damn, all right, I just followed another one.
I got
looks like
I got at Bleeves Crypto
at this moment,
and then I have like 5 other ones, but like I've literally never even logged into them.
Okay, I'm literally following. I'm following 2 of them right now.
Everybody follow them all. Hey, go shoot everybody some subs, and we out of here.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave.